Look what they putting on me when I was only doing all this shit to see it that we gon' eat. Guess I was wrong for trying to see it with my homies. I'm feeling wrong cause now I G by my lonely. I'm by my lonely, just getting money. I'm putting on but see somebody say I'm phony. The love is gone and now somebody hating on me. It hurt the most when it's somebody that should know me. It's kinda wild to me. We was friends, now they can't get a smile from me. I gave her inch, they took so many miles from me. Without me mentioning how many miles I feed.
Hey, good morning, man. Move this off of here, man. How y'all doing? Good morning. Y'all know what it is. We're outside on the porch this morning. Coach Cat in the building. Just wanted to touch in with y'all this morning about all of our games. I'm talking about we got action. The first week of preseason action starting off this week. And boy, it was a lot of action. But today we'll have a couple of guys come on a little bit later. We'll have Darian come on. He'll be reviewing the Miami Gardens versus the Georgia Eagles games a little bit later on. But up first, our first guest, one of our own, Coach Lee of the Orlando Outlaws in the building. What's up, Lee? What's up, Lee?
What's going down, bro?
Hey, my boy, man. First of all, I want to say we are proud of you, man. Yesterday you went ahead and handled business down south, man. Talk about it. Who did you guys play?
Played Miramar Wolverines, 10U, one of the teams down there. I think they're in the Florida League. I think we're the AYFL. But it was a good ball club.
Okay. Any ballers? Before we talk about your team, any ballers that stood out to you from their team? Just a number or whatever.
Number 5, the corner. He had elite size. He can cover. He was good. He was real good.
Number 5, the corner from Miramar Wolverines. Big shots out to you. Just want to give love where love is due. But nonetheless, Coach Lee, you coach two teams for the Orlando Outlaws, correct?
Yeah, 2 teams. Yeah, 6U and 10U.
Okay, tell us what happened. Which game did you guys play first?
First game was 6U. We lost that game 7-0. We got down there twice within like the 5-yard line, couldn't punch it in, missing like 2 or 3 key guys. But it was a learning experience. A lot of kids first time playing, but we definitely know we need to work on. But we definitely got a real good team. It was good work. It was definitely good work. I like the way that our schedule was set up this year. We're playing all good teams. We're not playing no little cupcakes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, before we get into the schedule, who stood out on your team? Give us a couple of names that would gave you production.
Marquise Johnson. He did real good. He played both ways. Played outside linebacker, played some running back. And then we had a kid named Caden Bryant. He's a running back. He can get it and go. He looked real good.
Okay, give me a lineman. We got to show linemen some love, baby. Give me a couple of linemen.
Linemen, we got a kid named Ace. He's really good. He's a beast.
What number?
I think Ace he might be 0, I think. I can't remember his number. I'm sorry.
It's all right, brother. We just want to know which number we should be looking for when we pop out there. You hear me? But nonetheless, let's go on to the 10U game. The 10U game, you guys won emphatically. What was the score?
It was 26-0 at the half, actually.
At the half?
Yeah, we stepped on them pretty fast. We jumped on them fast.
So did they end it early or
no? We ended up putting the second, third team guys in, and it started being running clock once the second half went. Them refs
Okay. I heard the number. I ain't gonna say number whatever, but top 100 certified Mr. Antoine Arge was in rare fashion. Man, talk about him.
Man, Twan a special player, man. I tell him all the time in practice. I ride him pretty hard in practice, but he is a special player. Like if you get him a crease, he gonna make you miss. Put it like that. So he's a really, really good talent. I mean, you can use him in the slot, use him at running back, receiver. He's definitely a good talent.
Man, a couple of our scouts were ranting and raving about him. That's why he has his highlight made first quarter. If you guys want to go see that highlight, go to R&R Brutus on Instagram right now and he is up there. Watch the highlight and drop a comment for the young man. Besides that, give a shout out to your defensive stud, man. Who was your defensive stud?
Man, they all were studs, but one kid that stuck out to me, number 7, his name Joshua Sworn. He was at DN, and he got some size, and he got some elite, strength. He's gonna be a big time player.
What is his name? I was looking for him.
Joshua Sworn.
Joshua Sworn. Yeah, Brutus was definitely talking about number 7, big kid off the edge.
He's big, bro. He's huge. And he's
Joshua Sworn. Okay, that's what's up, man. All right, let's talk about your season. How are you looking for the season? What game are you looking forward to the most?
Which level, 6U or 10U?
Let's talk 10U. Let's talk 10U.
I'm looking forward to Duval Jags game because they're like the king of Florida right now, on the 10U level. They beat everybody pretty much last year. So I want to play Duval Jags, and we get to see them twice in our district. So it's going to be good. That game's going to be good. I'm looking forward to playing them.
So hold on. Tell us who's all in your district. And looks like one of the hardest districts I've ever seen.
We got a very interesting district. It's us, Duval Jags, Tampa Wolverines, Trey-Man Elite, and who the 15? I can't remember what the 15 was. But Lakeland Destroyers. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a pretty well balanced district, I feel like.
Oh man.
You got Duval
will be entertaining.
Anyway. Yeah.
Florida Elite will be entertaining with some of their new additions. Northeast Rattlers coming over from MFFCC and a couple of other squads such as the Duval Jags. So your biggest game is Duval Jags. You looking forward to Duval Jags?
Oh yeah, definitely Duval.
What's your prediction? I'm putting you on the spot. What's your prediction? I know it's way too early.
Score. I've watched Duval, to be honest. They're not like a high scoring team, but they play good brand of football. I think we can get them 18-6, 12-6. I think it's gonna be a tough game. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna be a tough game. Okay. 12-6, 18-6 type of game.
Okay, man. And there it is. Did you get to see any other games yesterday?
I did. I watched the rest of our games. Our 12U, they look good, man. They're gonna be real good. I tell you that. They're gonna be real special to watch this year.
Okay, let's go over these scores real quick. The 6U Miramar won 7-0 versus the Outlaws. Then 10U, you got to put up 26-0 over the Miramar Wolverines. Then the 8U went ahead and played. The Wolverines ended up taking that one 7-6. And then you also said something about the 12U. What was the score of that game?
I didn't get the final score, but it was like, it might have been 28 or either 35-12 or something like that. It was in that range. I couldn't remember, but yeah.
Okay. Well, also on the board, we have Osceola 11U. They took on the Royal Palm Beach Wildcats, and they handled them 19-13. But they ended up playing the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes a little bit later on, and the score wasn't so favorable. Score was 41-0. That was at the Osceola High School yesterday. If you weren't there, we have some highlights coming out by Mayday as well as Vic Illustrated. So make sure you are subscribed to R&R Sports Media. All right, man. Anything else you want to say to the people? Any shots out to any kids, any coaches, anything, man? Go ahead and do it to them.
Hey, shout out to my 6U coaching staff.
Yes, sir.
Love my coaches, man. They good people. Shout out to Coach Richie and the 10U, man. We got a really good team, really good staff. We're going to surprise a lot of people. I'm calling now we the dark horse of Florida Elite. I'm just excited about that team. We got a really good team, well-balanced team.
Yes, sir. And that's the only shout out you got?
Hey, shout out to Cat.
Don't try me,
shout out to my boy DP Media. Shout out to all them. Get his kids exposure. We appreciate them getting all that exposure.
Man, you already know what it is, bro. All love, and we will be watching you all season, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, congrats on the wins, and man,
Appreciate it.
good luck on the season.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
There he is. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. And so yesterday we had some big time games going on. But let's get to the scoreboard first. Let's get to the scoreboard first. All right. First, y'all see they got me over here peeking behind the scoreboard. Okay, we're gonna read it like this. All right, first off, the Jags 6U. They handled this Duval Jags 6U. Took on Tampa Jags. They actually played Park versus Park. 6U went to the Duval Jags 18-0. The 7U went 33-0 to the Duval Jags as well. That was recorded by DP Media Factory. Also, the 8U game, Duval took that one decisively 27-0. The Central Florida Lions took on the University Christian Soldiers 38-0. The Soldiers took that game decisively. Cowboys also took on the United Christian Soldiers, and that score ended up being 0-24. The Soldiers walked away with that one decisively. On to the next game, on to the next board. This game right here, we were hoping to make sure that we had someone on the scene. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, but the score for the Anytime Jags versus Treasure Coast Spartans, Anytime Jags 20, Treasure Coast Spartans 13. The family took on the Atlanta Elite Voodoo. The score ended being Voodoo 30 to the family 6. Tampa Jags 0, Duval Jags 12 on the 10U level. Tampa Jags 0, Duval Jags 13 on the 9U level. But then Mr. Blaze himself goes up and cleans it up. Tampa Jags takes the game 12-0 over the Duval Jags on the 12U level. That one ended a little bit early, but you guys know what it is. We still had to give you guys the score. All right, I'm waiting on Coach Darren to come in. He hasn't come in yet, but let's go ahead and go to the messages. All right, what do y'all think about Malachi Watson? Malachi, we'll talk about you later. What number is Malachi Watson? Bobby Kirkland is in the building. Shots out to you. What's good, fella? What's good, family? They said good stuff, Lee, yesterday on 10U. They also wanted to know who is the Coach Lee plan for the Jamboree. They says Duval is going to pop them boys 20-0. That's talking on the 10U. Miss Catherine Garcia says, hello. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, Miss Garcia. You know what it is. We play today 11U in Fort Lauderdale. I'm not sure who that is. Someone also says, put Tay Lewis on the live. Yes, sir. You see Soldier Goats, we run this. Boss Ronald Davis Jr.'s. You know who we playing? Blaze on that team. Y'all know exactly who's on that team, on that 10U team. Okay, another check-in. They say Blaze did not play the game, and game was stopped 12-0 in the third when we was driving on their 12U Duval Jags. What's up, Coach Keem? This is Ty. What's good, bro? It's Coach Cat, baby. Brownie boys, BMF boys, 11U today, Coach, playing Plantation OTF game. We actually have someone coming out to the fields. Not sure if he's going to be there for that game per se, but he will be there on the field. Look out for him with an R&R shirt on. Bull, I see you, baby. Duval ain't doing nothing with the 10U to us. Try again. He is not on the 12U. He is on the 11U. They're telling you. I'm here, coach. 28-0, 38-0. Enough said. Oh, man. Hakeem White. Us, the GOAT. Coach King, what's up? Bernard Jenkins, you know she a hater. Have a blessed Sunday, Coach. I appreciate y'all, man. Anybody else, make sure that y'all are dropping your tags, your Instagram tags, so we can find you guys later. We will give you a shout out right now. I'm waiting for Darian. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him on the line right now. Q17 is in the building. Let's see if we can get any of the other teammates to get in where they spoke. Hold on. Copy. Hold on real quick, y'all. Please. Get in there. University Christian. All right, I'm about to make the link go live on our Facebook, on my Facebook. If you would like to join in on the live Sunday check-in, this is the stream. Go to my Facebook right now. R&R on Facebook, Alan Thomas. I'll be dropping a live Sunday check-in. Link sent. All right, if you would like to check in, you got about 10 minutes to get in. The link is shared on my Facebook. It'll also be in our group. It will be in our group. I'm telling y'all that now. Let's see who get in. If you DM me right now, I might just give it to you directly. All right, who else is in here? All right, University Christian says they are the GOATs. So what do you think about them UC soldiers? I haven't actually gotten a chance to see or review the footage yet. As soon as I do, though, I will be giving you guys a full review on what I think about the UC soldiers. But I do know that they have Little Man. Little Man is a quarterback who last year played for Duval Jags, 11U, but now he is with the UC Soldiers. That is one of ours. He is a certified R&R kid. So that much I do know. All right, Coach Cat, what's up? We need you at the next UC 12U game. Just have your coaches contact us, and I just might be there. Hello. All right. Jizzle. Coach Lee was going to surprise a lot of hating people, bro. Salute on our win, Lee. Marva Haviland. Yes, sir. My bad. What's up, my guy? What's up, AJ Kitchens in the building? 100K boys checking in. Hey, hold on. Let me go to the live directly. Because y'all want it on the live. Let me see where y'all at with it. Let's go to the group. Preseason. Check in. There it is. I'm gonna comment down below. I'll go ahead and comment below. Hold on. I'm gonna give y'all the link right now. If they let me. Oh, there it is. Paste. Check in. All right, there it is. What's the page? The page is Allen Thomas. Duval Jazz 12U games will stop third quarter. Third quarter, 12-0 versus Duval Jags was on the move, and their game was stopped. But yeah, Blaze did not play, and that him squad not like that. Whoa. Hello. You're missing out on the best 12U in Florida. By all means, book me. I'm there. No, Coach Little Man played with the 11U 14-0 season. Excuse me. I recall him playing for them preseason. That's why I said that. All right. On to the next. UC played Duval on the 22nd. Is that of August? Is that of July? Is it of September? You know, it's 12 months in the year. Come on now. Coach Cat, good morning. Hitman Kai and the Thomas family. I love y'all. Y'all know what it is. Thomas Gang. My boy Jackson Visuals is in the building. UC Soldiers 12U is like that. Man, I need some footage on this 12U, on these UC Soldiers, for real. I need footage on these UC Soldiers. Y'all about to make me get Rob on the line right now. Let me get Rob on the line. Let's see if we can get Rob on the line, because he's seen the UC Soldiers as well as Vic. Vic seen the UC Soldiers. Okay, hold on. T. Jones in the building. Hey, July 22nd, July 22nd, they say. What it do, man? You'll see me. I'm live, baby. All right, July. Told me to be there. I got you. There it is. Hey, Jackson, I need you there, please. UC 12U plays Duval Jags on July 22nd. Okay. They from Jacksonville area. Hey, where we need to send it. We got plenty of highlights. First play, first drive, 75-yard touchdown. Enough said. By all means, I still got to see it, Mom. Coach Matt, don't forget us. Rock on game days. You already know what it is. Okay. Hey, I got a lot of people saying that UC Soldiers are like that. Okay, hold on now. We got some smoke in here. We got some smoke in here. Coach.
Yo.
You got it saying Coach West WOJ. Hello. Man, tell them who you are, Bull.
Coach Bull, 6U, West Orlando Jazz. You know what we do.
Hello.
This will be the three-peat.
The three-peat, he says. How many?
3.
Good Lord. So my boy already has him 2. He already has him 2 on the board. So baby boy, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Who do you got for preseason? Jamboree.
Lee Davis.
Oh, Lord. Here you go. Hey, oh, Lord. Lee Davis. He just left the building. All right, let's see if we can get him back in here. But what is your prediction on that one, man?
Prediction? Come on, man. Stop playing.
I need a score.
Listen. We got the biggest 6 you out. If they listen, and we held them people in Fort Lauderdale to 2 touchdowns in the first quarter that the ref gave them.
Okay,
hold on. Let me tell you. My defense.
Report the score.
I'm gonna give you the score. It's gonna be 0-0. My defense biting. Ain't nobody scoring on us like that.
No, I'm saying yesterday y'all played.
We played yesterday.
Okay, what was the score to that game and who did you play?
We played Lauderdale Lake Vikings. It was 14-7. But they got their first 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. And they couldn't move the ball after that the rest of the game.
Okay. But y'all lost.
We absolutely lost. But it was listen.
Come on, Bull. You can't come on here with talking all that shit.
Hold on. Go back and look at the footage. The first 2 touchdowns was given to them. We was at their house.
Man, we don't preach them games, bro. We don't preach that. At the end of the day, hey, we got to be better as coaches, and we got to get them better prepared. So we can't put it on we don't leave it in the refs' hands.
I promise you this. It was the first quarter, off the dribble.
But exactly, this is the first quarter of the first game of the first time they're in pads, probably.
Absolutely.
So I'm not holding I ain't holding that against you. But at the same time, I'm trying to hold y'all coaches accountable too. I don't preach cheating on the coaches. All we preach is getting better. All we preach is what we can control, my boy.
Absolutely.
But all love, you know what it is, my guy. So can you give me your prediction versus Lee right now? The Outlaws 6U?
6U.
6U? What you got?
21-0.
Good Lord, my boy said 21-0.
21-0. And all my backs go.
He say 21-0. What y'all think about that, man? What y'all think about that, man? Come on, y'all. What y'all think about that? He said 21-0. Bruh, you know CSU is brand new. Everybody brand new. Every single one of them. So you saying your babies, you saying your pups biting like that? 21-0?
Hey, stop playing, cat. You know what I tell my kids?
I know you got a pound.
You know what I tell them?
You got the panel going on over there. I know what's going on.
No babysitting.
I know what's going on. Let's see what the people say. Let's see what the people say. Lee Davis, man, say you getting smoked.
Hey, and Cat, you know
I really don't want
to wait. I really don't want to wait. I want to go to his practice. You know how I do.
I know you want to pull up. Don't you do that though, man. Let them people be. You hear me?
No.
Bull, funny.
It's some practices getting pulled up on, bro. It's some practices getting pulled up on.
Hey, hold on.
No peace.
But they lost.
No peace. No peace.
They no peace at all, right?
No peace.
He just want to be on the line. Cut that boy one off. They say cut your one off, bro.
No peace.
My man still asleep. I'm still asleep. I don't care what y'all talking about. I'm asleep. Hello. They say meet the Duval Jags at the 50. What you got on the Duval Jags? What you got on the Duval Jags, man?
I'm ready to dog fight it out with them. I know they got smoke, and I want it all. I know they got smoke. I want it.
That's how you feel.
Hey, and let me find out where they practicing at. You know what I do. They ain't got to wait. Ain't nobody got to wait.
Man,
ain't nobody got to wait.
Hey, I'm gonna bring you back on here when I get League to come back on here. I'm trying to get both of y'all on here at the same time. Give me a second. All right. But we gonna check in with y'all know who we checking in with. I ain't it, man. Introduce yourself. Oh my God. My boy got his chest out.
Hey man.
Oh, he hanging out today, baby.
Man.
He hanging out today.
Hey, I got
he hanging out today. Oh my God. Man, are y'all wait? I know you already in the place to be. It's hot out there?
Oh, yeah.
How hot is it out there, man?
We already. What?
How hot is it?
10 o'clock? Man, it was 95 degrees last night at 10 o'clock, man. So
I ain't playing with y'all, man. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all.
Boy,
hey, man. Tell them who you are, where you from, who you coach for, my boy.
Coach Tay with West Orlando Jags 13U, you know, also known as 100K boys.
100K boys in the building. Right now, you guys are in Texas. In Texas. They say everything bigger in Texas, man. All right. Last time.
Man.
Oh, y'all about to whoop out an ad whooping.
Man, look, this is the thing, right? I tell everybody straight up, you do beat our ass in the national championship. Anybody know, like you say, Cat, we don't make no excuses. We would be battered. It is what it is. They was a better team that day. That shit would not happen tonight.
Oh my goodness!
That shit would not happen tonight.
So Tay, on the weekend, can you stood up in the paint versus Treasure Coast? Now you had a falter. I want to say 7. That was 6. He said they just lost. So we 1-2. Whatever we got. AU hasn't played yet. What is the rank? What is the standings for the entire org of this weekend so far?
Right now, as an org, if I'm not mistaken, like you said, we 1-2. Our 9U, they jumped off the porch versus number 1 team. I think 3-time, back-to-back national champ. They took a handsome loss to those guys. I know those guys, Luke, man, and all those guys, they're gonna get back in the lab, and climb their way back out. Coach Hess with the 10U, he had a dog fight. If I'm not mistaken, they pulled their game out in overtime, which to be expected. That was the first time that was the first bump for the year. So you got to work king side, new players like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't hold preseason against no one. All right, I personally don't. It's exactly what you're saying. Holding it, working the king side, getting these kids back into the groove of actually playing football when they've been sitting on the couch for I don't know how long. You get what I'm saying? So we don't hold it against nobody. But y'all got a big one tonight, my boy. What's your prediction?
We definitely do. We definitely do. Like I said, not taking nothing lightly. A lot of people think we cocky, but we treat every team the same. And we prepare. We game plan. And all that stuff. We don't.
You ain't got no prediction for me.
DEA. I mean,
we know you got DEA. I don't know. Say that again.
I like us 24-8.
24-8. Hello. My boy says 24-8. People, talk to me. What y'all think about 24-8? Hey, I will say this. I do not think the DEA team is the same team from last year that you're gonna play. A lot of those kids have gone on to high school and are playing high school right now.
Actually, they're not. We saw them Friday. They all played Friday versus Kansas City Outlaws. So, and that's actually what we wanted. We didn't want to be lesser. I ain't gonna say a lesser team, but we want to get back versus who beat us.
So you're saying all of the same kids are playing?
Everybody we played in the national championship was there Friday night and played.
Oh man.
Some didn't dress out. I get it. Some didn't dress out probably with, plans of playing tonight. But either they was playing or they was on the sideline with their jersey on.
All right. So 24, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they got the same team, it's gonna be a dog fight. If they don't, I know the additions y'all got. I don't even think you want to even put that on the board yet. I think you want me to keep that quiet.
I mean, we're gonna find out tonight.
Hey, at the end of the day, what time is game time?
It's 8:15 Central, so if I'm not mistaken, that's like 9 o'clock East Coast.
9 o'clock. Hey, but the consensus is in, people. Everybody telling you to go put on the damn shirt.
Man, it's hot boy summer, hot coat summer. I'm out here.
Hello. Shirt off. Hey, and he say ever since Rick Ross dove off the diving board shirtless, us big men be going crazy.
Hey man, hey, Ross represent for the big fellas, man. It is what it is.
Lord knows, man. But again, man, good luck on your game tonight. We will be watching, and as soon as
I appreciate it, Cat.
man, real talk, man. I wish I could be there, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I got my baby over here, got babies in the oven, and I gotta be a dad. You hear me? The Lord knows. Love y'all, man.
Man, you already know what it is, man.
Man, West
Appreciate
Orlando,
you,
100K boys in the building. Got a shout out before you go. Shout out to any of your players, to any of your kids, any of your squad, anybody.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, no one shout out my organization, West Orlando Jags. 6U through 14U. Of course, we'll always want to shout out who my boy Rufus, man, everybody, man. We want to shout out the whole Cue It Up media, everybody under the R&R umbrella, man. And everybody, dudes and females, show us nothing but love over there, man. And we are grateful and we appreciate everything y'all do for us in our organization.
Man, y'all know what it is. What's understood ain't gotta be said. Yeah, hey, love y'all boys, and again, good luck tonight, man. Hey, see you later, bro.
I'll tap after the game.
Yes, sir. That was Tay Lewis of the 100K boys with his shirt off. My shirt off. He's such a show off. Hey, but we gonna bring in my boy right now. Mr. Mayday himself is going down. Cause Rob be kicking it. You hear me? Oh Lord, the boy is going. He got on his Sunday best.
You see me though.
You see that Orlando Magic on his chest? You see that Orlando Magic on his chest? So my boy, you went out last night. With and seen. Where were you? First of all, where were you?
I was at Osceola High School. It was Osceola put on a tournament. I believe it was Meet Us at the 50. I think it was like Rumble in the Jungle. Had a couple teams from Central Florida, Jacksonville, and down at Fort Lauderdale came up.
Okay. What age groups played yesterday?
It was 11U and 12U that played yesterday.
Okay, so 11U through 12U played. There was a couple of teams that are high. They're highly active this morning. We're talking about those UC Soldiers. Let's talk about them first. Was this the 11U or was this the 12U?
This was the 12U team.
Okay, 12U team. And who stood out to you the most?
Me personally, I like number 5. He played defensive end. Just seeing him come off the edge was something fun to watch. I was talking to one of his coaches, said that probably will reach around 6'2", 6'3" when all said and done. So he's not been fully to his growth potential, but the way he just came off the edge, sometimes untouched, the way he just fought through, was really, really something special.
Okay. So that's defensive. Give me somebody who was an offensive stud, man. They put up 40, I want to say basically 40 points on one team and then 24 on the next team. That offense had to be grooving, or was that the defense putting points on the board?
There was a couple of defensive scores, but the offense really, everyone really ate yesterday. The quarterback really composed in the pocket. Very first play of their very first game, he threw a screen pass out to number 6. Number 6 took it 75, 80 yards up the sideline, untouched. When you say track speed, that boy had track speed. He left everybody behind.
So the boy is blazing. I guess he got a jetpack, baby. All right. So other than the UC game, Did you or did Vic get a chance to see the Fort Lauderdale game?
I did see the Fort Lauderdale game as well.
Okay, who stood out to you in that game?
So don't quote me on this, but I want to say his number is number 33, the running back. For me, I personally know Central Florida, so I know Osceola and number four, Troy Ellis, stud. To see somebody meet Troy in the hole and take him head on and win that battle just blew my mind. So Troy went to fill the hole on defense. He put a shoulder down and ended up scoring on that play. So like just to see somebody be able to take on that kind of hit and just continue on. So like I said, I want to say his number is 33. It may have been 23. I have the footage so I can confirm his number later, but that boy right there, something special.
Hold on, you told me somebody met Troy in the hole?
Somebody met Troy in the hole and came out victorious.
Whoa, that's news. That is news. Oh man. Okay. Let's talk about the first game that Osceola took on. First game being they played the Royal Palm Beach Wildcats.
So Osceola's 11U or 12U? Because 12U played Central Florida first. Lions.
Well,
Central.
go ahead and you tell me which one you want to speak about first. Let's talk about
so the 11U, the first game, the Royal Palm, that was a good game. So initially in the first half, Osceola kind of took the lead, was really cooking, moving. Then looked like there was some second half adjustments made on the Wildcat side where they came out throwing the ball and put up some points. So what originally looked like was going to be kind of a blowout game, they really turned it around that second half. Zayden Gilliard, number 0, had one drive where I believe they went to him 3-4 times and he came out victorious. Boys' hands is certified.
Okay. That's Mr. Gilliard. He came to our summer showcase. He wore number 11 in the 5th grade game. He did walk away with the offensive MVP, so I definitely was interested in seeing how he did out there. Other than him, again, it was probably Troy.
Definitely Troy. Actually, number 99 on Osceola. Last name is Jones.
Okay, that's the athlete. He plays like DB. He plays DB mostly.
Yes.
What about him?
They did. I want to say they did a end around. He found a little sliver, hit that hole, and that boy was going as well. That boy got speed. So to see Troy as the power back and then 99 with the speed, that's a deadly combination.
Okay, now. All right, man. I appreciate you for checking in with the team. Y'all know what it is.
Yes,
if you anything, man, give a shout out to anybody. Give a shout out to somebody, man.
Shout outs to, like I said, shout outs to Mr. Gilliard. Like I really was impressed. I didn't really get to see him as much in the Young Star game, my first time getting introduced to him, but just to see him with his chemistry with his quarterback, coming back, making adjustments to balls that may have been underthrown, overthrown. It was just really, really impressive in my eyes for an 11-year-old to be able to make those adjustments at that wide receiver position. Something special.
He's definitely certified for a reason. You hear me? So by all means, man, where you going right now, man? Out with the family?
I'm headed to Disney. I'm about to pass the Disney sign as we speak. Out with the family. My wifey driving, kids in the back. We headed to Disney.
Hey, you know what it is, man. Well, we will see you later, baby boy. Love.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, let's see if we can get Darren to get on to the live now. Hey, make sure y'all go and follow Mayday Media. Hey, Darren. Y'all see how we were supposed to go live at 9 o'clock. But I extended it a little bit further. How about it because they're not?
Yo,
Man, get on the live, man.
I'm on the phone with my old girl, dog. Give me about 2 minutes. That's why I was on the call. I got to call
All right.
my old girl.
All right, better.
So, give me about 2 minutes.
And there it is. I hit you back there. Yeah. All righty, everybody. Well, let's go ahead and go back over our games of the week. So Darren actually was working on this game this morning. He's working on this game this morning. Make sure that you guys are subscribed to R&R Sports Media on YouTube right now. We are trying to get up to 25K followers, subscribers. Make sure that you follow us, and at 25K, we will be doing a giveaway. What we want to do it on, I don't know yet. All right. On to the next. The Orlando Outlaws versus the Miramar Wolverines will be out a little bit later. This game was put together by R&R Brutus. Make sure you guys go follow him on Instagram. Coming up next, as soon as Coach Darren gets on to the live, we will be talking about We'll be talking about the Miami Gardens Ravens versus the Georgia Eagles last night. The final score being the Georgia Eagles 8 to the Ravens 6. We will be reviewing this game. Darian T. Green himself of the Seal was on the scene and was watching this game, so we want to get it direct from the GOAT. He actually also stopped by the Family versus Voodoo game in ATL as well. He was abroad this weekend. So make sure that you guys give me a moment. All right, beyond that, make sure that you please Mayday Media, Vic Illustrated, cue it up, media, etc. Also, all right. I'm done stalling. I'm waiting for Darren to get on, y'all. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comment section and see what people were saying. Put on some music. All right. These days and times, everyone better be humble and play football. Hello. I'm going to tell y'all right now, man. It's been a lot of talking, a lot of chattering, but at the end of the day, the kids got to line it up and play the game. It's the kids who got to line it up, not necessarily the parents, not necessarily the coaches. And we can't live vicariously through them primarily, y'all. I would love if you guys, if all of us, made sure that we go ahead and make sure we keep the kids first. keep the kids first and make sure that they're having fun, y'all. But one who we've been waiting on, the guy himself, he wasn't getting no good reception in that hotel, obviously. But we finally got him connected, and my guy Darren is in the building. Man, talk to him, Darren. How you doing, baby?
Man, we gonna call this youth football kickoff weekend.
Hello.
I know some other big games like last week. The RDU Dream Chasers went down and lost to TMT. The TMT
Yes,
team, the TMT team. To me, we gonna start off with that.
Yeah,
Last week, what I got,
I said let's talk about it.
Last week, we started the season with a big 13U game. Hollywood Powell was the first opponent for the RDU Dream Chasers. And if y'all really know the RDU Dream Chasers, you know that they're a loaded team. Both of those teams were ranked in the top 10 all year. So they merged. Plus, they added some rare breed kids. They added some other kids. So that roster is stockpiled like an FBU roster. So we were looking for them to make a early statement. TMT was playing them, and that RDU Dream Chaser team ended up blowing out the Hollywood Power team. The Hollywood Power team is an AYFL team. And what I mean by AYFL teams, they have the May cutoff. But a lot of their teams that want to go national, they still play in their league, but they play with a YNC roster, which is 7-1. So a lot of those teams want to be involved in what's going on nationally. So they structure their rosters to be able to play for YNC. And they end up getting blowed out because they're not accustomed to that atmosphere or those caliber of teams. And I think that's the thing that we're seeing early preseason. RDU Dream Chasers, they played against TMT that Sunday. So they already had a game under their belt, blowing out Hollywood Power Saturday. And the thing that I took from that RDU Dream Chaser game with TMT was they got so many pieces. They didn't have time to gel yet. And they were playing a 2-quarterback system. But TMT, they don't have nearly as much talent as their RDU Dream Chaser. So they were better structured. They played bend but don't break defense. They started making tackles because RDU had in their mind that they was going to pound them because they had the size difference. And Pedro Martinez made some great plays, and he was the difference in that game. One play he rolled out and found the number 12 that did the rest and ended up scoring. A1 played a great game. I can't remember my guy's name, but number 1 for the TMT team as well. He's very talented. Those two guys can play for anybody.
Zakari. Something with a Z.
Yeah, Zakari or something like that. But that kid is a phenomenal player. I think he can play on any team, any 13U team in the country. And that's what made the TMT team really good because they got a team full of guys that, probably aren't heralded. They don't get to be talked about as much as them. So they play with a chip on their shoulder. Those going to be the kids that's going to be all ears when the coaches are talking. When you have those teams full of a bunch of star players, some of them be feeling themselves and they think because they got an all-star roster, everybody's going to lay down for them. So at the end of the day, that's how it ended up. TMT ended up upsetting the RDU Dream Chasers in their home field, and it was a great game.
I would love to, let me piggyback off of your statement, talking about Pedro Martinez, him being the difference maker in that game. I definitely concur. One of the reasons why I love this kid so much is he's a grinder. He trains and grinds. You get what I'm saying? The kid is resilient, bro. He's been resilient. And to be honest, he came to a camp up in Orlando, and he's had a growth spurt, something that I was waiting on for a little while. And bro, he's always had the package. It just, he needed his body to catch up to his skill. Right now, I think that he is the most dangerous piece on the floor because he's not gonna go for the gusto. He's gonna get the ball into his playmakers' hands and let them do what they do best. At the end of the day, football is a team game. It's a team game.
That
And
running back terminated
I
too.
want
Not to Terminated did his thing as well. He had a lot of tough yards. He ran the ball hard because you got to remember RDU Dream Chasers, they had Boogie and Glock 9. And those kids are high school size,
ready,
and really talented, So to tackle those guys coming downhill, like they got some good runs now. Don't get me wrong, but TMT never backed down, even with the size difference. It was definitely an impressive game, and I think honestly, Pedro played. He was the difference maker, and he also made mistakes as well because TMT could have easily won this game 21-6 because they got in that red zone, and Pedro ended up throwing an interception, but he managed that game and he kept plays alive. So for him to do that to that caliber team, and today those guys take on Delray Rocks. Let's see if they can build off that win versus RDU Dream Chasers. I don't know. They got some crazy name. And I can't really call them Dream Chasers because OG Ducks call themselves that as well. So and they were originally called that, but shout out to Coach Vonnie and Coach Kuhn them and Vonnie's staff. They was able to come together and see. That's what a lot of people don't get though. Like South Florida teams, we don't do what everybody else does. Like we too competitive to be merging 4 teams. So when you see the teams like Vonnie them, they're really coaching their kids up. I'm not saying those kids aren't talented. They are definitely talented. They just aren't household names like everybody else, and they don't have the experience and winning resume that a lot of these other kids have that come from different cities that get to travel everywhere and beat up on everybody because it's like 4 teams in one. South Florida is too competitive for teams to for you to put 4 teams in one and get all the talent. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Coach Vonnie them did a outstanding job of coaching and having those guys ready. I think Pedro ain't gonna do nothing but get better and more comfortable. When you got the kid, his name Zay Carl. I think that's his name. If I'm not mistaken, I think his name is Zay Carl. But when you got him and R1 and that kid Terminator back there, because that kid Terminator, he ran hard. Like he got it, and they can build on that. So if you can block RD Dream Chasers defensive front, listen, you gonna be able to block almost anybody or whatever. But it was a great game, man. They earned that win. Hopefully they could build off it. And Delray Rock's trying to make some noise, so they played them today.
All right. Well, let's go to the comment section and see what they're talking in the comment section. One of the Facebook users, they agree with us. Pedro managed a great game. That game, great. He definitely was the difference maker. Also, they say Vonnie is certified, baby.
Yeah, Vonnie. I remember watching Vonnie when Vonnie was coaching at Washington Park and he had Kenny McIntosh.
Tutor in the building. I see you. Nobody would get playing time if you stack the teams in Miami. I think that's the same thing. We'll have too many people mad because everybody is him in Miami. Let you tell it. You hear me? Number 99 from TMT. Talk about him.
Nice, man. Like honestly watching them, I think they linebacker core to me was, like I said, the kid Terminator 0, he was really nice. Like they linebacker stepped up and made those tackles on those big backs, man. Listen, you dog, listen, Glock 9 had a hole wide as the turnpike. And he was coming through there, and I was cringing for the safety. I was like, oh my God, he got to tackle him one-on-one. He might score. But guess what? Every time they made those tackles. So they tried to play, but I think what threw RDU Dream Chasers off too, they was playing 2 quarterbacks. Like I would think that, like, see, that's what I mean. When you put these teams together, you want to please everybody. Like you gotta please everybody. When can somebody say we got enough talent?
To keep the pieces, to keep the peace, meaning
They don't need it
the
though.
peace on your team.
Number
You
five,
gotta-
threw two interceptions though for RD Dream Chaser. He threw 2 interceptions, and they had Cannon. Cannon had just won the FSG game. He had a phenomenal game, and he came back. He came back on that 7th grade Florida team, and he had a phenomenal game. So I thought that he had the momentum to be the starter quarterback, but they was rotating quarterbacks, and no knock to number 5, but see, this is the problem with a lot of you guys.
Hey, Ronnie certified himself. Checks in and says, "Appreciate you, D. We working, my guy. Still got a lot of work to do."
Oh, I know y'all ain't go. I love the no nonsense attitude, man. Like at the end of the day, I know them kids gonna be ready to coach, and they play as a team, a collective team. That's what people miss when you go to getting all those individual guys together, a bunch of talent together. Those guys, they don't buy into the team. Once they feel like they ain't part of it or they ain't showcasing, and they might not have no highlight to put out or no play, it's screw that team. Like, man, what about me? Like, man, I ain't getting the ball. I don't care. Like, we lost because I ain't get the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be saying, like, everybody want to get all that talent on one team, and it's a bunch of cancers. And now you got to deal with it, and it may destroy your team.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to sit here and blame the kid. What I'm going to say is that a kid going to do what you allow him to do. All right?
Yeah.
A kid going to do what you allow him to do. From the beginning, from the gate, coaches got to make sure that they set the precedence and know what it, and everybody know what it is at the gate. You get what I'm saying? If you're going to come here and you're going to make it competitive and make it fair, make sure they know that at the gate. If you are here and you're only going to be dealing with nepotism or people you favor just because you know them longer, say that at the gate. Tell me I got to earn mine. Tell me that at the beginning. And ain't nobody, and it's never gonna be no whatever. But once you start making promises to one person, that person gonna tell somebody, they gotta tell somebody else. Now you gotta make multiple promises. I don't make no promises.
But you know what? This is my thing though, Cat. Why some of these guys can't never say I got enough talent? It's like they put themselves in this hole. Like, cause now you gotta. I would want to not have to please so many people. That messes up your play calling. Because trust me, you think about it, you look over there. Damn, I ain't get such and such the ball.
When you say, all right, so tell me this: when you got what you got, and yeah, you done made it to wherever you made it. You get me? First of all, the only person who's satisfied with they run last year was the champion. Okay, so everybody else is in a place of trying to get new players on or try to recruit to make sure that they have the piece that they were missing from the year before. So when you telling me that I got enough players and I didn't get the chip last year, and guess what? I got a brand new piece over here, a new Ferrari trying to come over here and get on the lot, my boy. And I ain't got what? I ain't had to go looking for him. He came to me. Man, you crazy to say I'm not gonna take him and I got too much. That ain't gonna happen.
I ain't crazy. I'm gonna put my foot down and tell him he gonna be treated like every other player. Ain't no special
but yes,
over here.
that part of it, I understand. That part of it, yes.
And you gotta make them. I don't care about the name. Make them earn it. Show me how you.
But they gotta earn it. They gotta earn it. That's all I'm saying.
And honestly, I'm not trying to change the subject, but this been on my mind, and I'm gonna voice it because we talking about different matchups and stuff like that, and we've been on the
See,
you absolutely right. You absolutely right.
And I want to say, hold on. Before you lose the thought, what's the thought? I'm gonna put it here. Let's go to what the people are saying on the board, and then we're gonna go to that thought. Give me the thought. What you're saying? What did you want to speak about?
My thought is with a lot of these new teams that are constructed.
Just
my
say the
thought
thought.
is-
Don't go full into it. We're gonna come back to it.
The proper way to build a national championship team.
Way to build a championship
National championship team. That's that do's and don'ts, man. I'm gonna give you the big do's and don'ts because it seemed like a lot of people without
we're gonna come back with that. We're gonna come back with this after we go through the comments real quick, because you were saying a lot of things and people are chiming in. We just want to make sure that they get to be said before we move on to the next thing. Okay, you can put a stacked team together. If the chemistry is not there, you have nothing. Teams that have chemistry and less talent wins, period.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Rec Football Showcase coming up weekend in Gainesville. Man, y'all hit me up. I'm gonna make sure to keep y'all updated, Darren and Kat. All right, gotta blame the coach. Discipline over talent. How you feel about that? That's a good one. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's perfectly stated.
All right, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this. It's discipline over talent, nonetheless. And I'm not gonna fight you on that, right? My biggest thing is when you don't hold everyone to the same standards and accountability,
that's what the problem
whether
is.
they're talented or not. That's my issue. So yes, you can be disciplined on one kid, but enforce discipline on this kid. But as soon as a talented kid comes around, it's like, he can get away with that. But yeah, make sure you do this way, Johnny, or you give him a different type of coaching.
I ain't gonna lie though, Kat. I gotta say that the bus go wait for certain players.
It will not. I'm not gonna hold you. It will, but you still have to hold them accountable.
The bus will leave if you ain't that guy.
What I'm saying is,
even if you ain't that guy,
I know the bus ain't going nowhere without that guy now. You hear me? The bus ain't going nowhere without that guy. You know this.
Hey, how far you is?
Hey, make sure you call him next.
And guess what? Six play Timmy. Oh, I told that motherfucker. I told his ass to be ready. That's on him. Yeah, let's go, coach. Let's go, bus driver.
I get that.
Hey, they call him.
At the same time,
right?
I
told you to be here.
What I'm saying is, right? That player came late, right? Still go make him run some laps. That player came late. Still hold him accountable. Don't let that just go unchecked. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no! Listen, the star player gets sit first quarter and second quarter.
Exactly. He gotta get some type of discipline.
Matter of fact, and if it's more than once, he misses the first half. And then if it's a pattern, you might not play the fourth quarter.
Okay, let's go to Tay Lewis. He says a lot of people think coaching a loaded team is easy when, in all honesty, it's harder. You darn right.
Of course.
You darn right.
It's like sticks every day.
You darn right. On to the next. Showtime Tutor says it should be earned first out the gate. He also says you got to cut up roster. You got to cut up roster when you do it that way. Limit. I'm not picking up what's put down. Ken Johnson in the building. Alan, all facts. Okay, Alan, you speaking facts. You got to earn it. Showtime Tutor says you got to earn it. I agree with both of y'all. Andre says you got to earn every snap. Andre says you got to earn every snap. Better when it's always earned. All right, so I'm going to be real with y'all. So hold on real quick, okay? I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. Nepotism is real, y'all. I'm going to be completely honest. Nepotism is real. All right? At the end of the day, in youth football, the way a coach gets paid is by being able to see his son or his nephew or somebody he has direct connection with play. And he's going to give those opportunities to those people over a lot of the kids who earned it. Nepotism is real. I'm being straight up real with y'all. All right. Today we preaching this morning. You hear me? It's a sermon, baby. Hey, if y'all are not in a favorable situation, you better go find your favor. All right. But nepotism is completely real, y'all. All right. And it's either you're going to find a coach who is going to be fair, or you're going to notice it early and get the moving. But if you choose to stay in that
most
situation,
importantly,
that's nobody's fault but your own. Go ahead.
I think too, like, honestly though, you gotta find coaches that love the coach, bro. Because if they love the coach and they love to teach and they teaching those X's and O's, those schemes, and how to properly do things and execute things. Like what I saw this weekend, and like when I say properly build the national championship team, for one thing you gotta do is when you scheduling, like humble yourself. If you don't have that experience and you're on the outside looking in and you learning how to build the team, I watched the West Orlando Jags 9U go up against Voodoo, right? And the collection of talent that they have on that team, the biggest mistake they made to me is not understanding. Like adults have a way of projecting what they feel on the kids instead of really thinking mentally where they put these kids. You're putting them in an environment that they aren't used to. And when I seen the game, listen, it's one thing to have a great team, but when a great team comes from a football culture and you go play them at home, it's a hostile territory. And you got to remember, these are still kids. And if they never been used to exposed to this environment, it's going to be a lot for them. And I ain't going to lie, their sideline was quiet. You could hear a pin drop. And you in Atlanta now. These people are standing on your sideline and they rooting for the other team. And they talking that talk. They got bullhorns. It's hostile out there. And they giving it to you. They punching you in your mouth. They running it downhill. And there was no resistance to it. And I just think that makes and breaks the team. And what it gonna do for that coaching staff is what it gonna do for that coaching staff is make or break them. Because at the end of the day, all those kids just saw where the bar is set. So they go either get down or lay down. And you go out to have those ones that dig deep and understand what that feel. This is an important moment for that staff. And hopefully the parents could bear with them and they don't break up or whatever. But to me, they didn't have an answer. It was too many. Like, they really gave the game away with turnovers early, interception, couple of fumble snaps, fumble exchanges, stuff like that. And Voodoo capitalized on those things. And honestly, love you, Coach Luke, but that statement you made by beating up by 30-0, you gave them bulletin board material. You don't give no 3-time champ no bulletin board material. You don't.
Lord knows. They're you're breaking up a little bit, bro.
What we done passed the threshold because it loaded up for me. But hopefully that West Orlando team can recover from what happened to them, and that wasn't a true showing on what they are or whatever. But I think that you have to realize what position you put your kids in, and you have to prepare them for that. If you got to play with loudspeakers at practice, you got to prepare them for that. You got to prepare them for everything. Nurture their brain. They still only 9 years old. They still babies, man. They still babies.
First and
But I ain't
foremost,
gonna lie, voodoo is grown men. Them grown men, and them kids weren't doing a lot of talking. They weren't doing talking. They was handling up.
They don't. The one thing I'm gonna say about it is that first of all these kids are still developing. You get what I'm saying? And the one thing that myself as well as Darian has witnessed time and time again is mental makeup being the difference between a kid making it and not making it, or the difference between a championship team and a team that's out here just fat mouth. Okay, I'm not saying anything, I ain't calling nobody whatever. All right, but at the end of the day, the mental makeup or the energy that the kids have is directly a derivative of what the coaching staff has. All right, so I preach this all the time at the camps and everything. I tell all of the coaches, energy is contagious, y'all. Energy is contagious. You can walk into a room. The room be all hype and everything, and one person walk in there with a bad attitude and just mess up the whole room's energy. Energy is contagious, y'all.
Listen,
all right?
It's
so
easy. It's not.
Go ahead.
It's easy to coach a game that you winning. The hardest thing to do is build your team up when they down and they ain't never been down. Because at the end of the day, you got to be there mentally. And if you can't bring them back or whatever, I looked at the sideline and it was defeated. It was quiet. It was like, and I'm going to tell you this. Because
what you told me, Luke was the only one who still had energy.
Yeah, Luke was
trying to get him right.
He was saying certain things, but that staff, like everything, I want all of them to get better from this. And dog, y'all gotta start using erasable little boards, dog. The Ravens needed one. Love you, Coach Rod. Love what you guys did to do what y'all did without y'all star player was great. But at the same time, y'all gotta start coaching on the field, man. Y'all get too caught up in what it looked like and what it should be. Get you a little erasable board because kids are visual. Start coaching on the sideline.
The one thing about that board, right, is it's going to cause a dialogue. Right now, most of our kids are getting yelled and barked at instead of being asked what is going on.
Yeah, what do you see?
Bro, at the end of the day, I'm not on the field. We're not on the field, bro. So for us to act like we know what it is, bro, I'm telling you the real. I'll record a whole game and don't realize what I got until later on when I'm editing.
Me too.
You feel me? I don't understand what's really going on fully until we go back to the editing, to the drawing board and cut it up. So with that being said, who's the person who's in it? I need to get the information directly from them. So why not us have a board on the sideline and we're going over what's going on?
We're going over what you
tell me.
You gotta realize
lined up.
You gotta realize some kids they're not gonna understand the terminology when they're in the heat of the game, but they go understand it visually when you're actually showing them. And matter of fact, you can draw up plays that you ain't even practice if you're coaching your kids and make a play that will make or break the game. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, again, I come from my dog, Coach Crummy. Coach Crummy kept that board with him.
Hey, I think that's Coach Luke. I I'm not sure if
Well,
that's
nobody said nobody gave up. Who
We're
said
not
somebody
saying that you
gave up?
gave up. All I'm saying is that energy is contagious. At the end of the day, I gotta coach a kid out of hole. That's what I'm gonna do. I can't get caught up in the game too much that I gotta do. I basically have to make sure that my kids' energy is in this way more. Because the thing is, with these kids, if they don't want to play today, it ain't happening. I don't care
Bro,
what you say.
listen.
You
I
gotta
don't care
get
what
them
nobody
emotions
say.
correct.
That voodoo game, that was hostile territory. That was like going to Neyland Stadium with 100,000 fans. Happy Valley, Penn State with 100,000 fans. Them people were standing on y'all sideline with bullhorns. Them 9-year-old kids. That's a lot to process. Again, like I said, that game will make or break them. Them kids saw where the bar is set, so you either go get down or lay down. And hopefully all the fans stay behind, all the parents stay behind the coaching staff, and hopefully they adjust from that. And it's a wake-up call. It's still preseason. So again, you saw where the bar was set, and you saw why they was 3-time national champ. And Cat, we need to get on that Ravens and Georgia Eagles too. So
hey man, let's go over the comments, and then we will go get on to the Ravens, our finale. Okay. Kids are visual learners 75% of the time.
yeah.
Okay. That's what someone says. Also, we have someone saying, all right, he correct. Many of those kids never been in a situation like that. Very great kids, but some of them wasn't ready, no matter how good they are. But Luke will bounce back. I know he will. I concur. I think Luke is one of the most versatile, and he's willing to learn right now. At the end of the day, that's all it's about. These kids are teaching us stuff daily, but we gotta be, as coaches, have to be ready to learn them as well. Sometimes you gotta let proven dogs be who they are and not experiment. All facts. Jasmine, what's up?
True.
What I miss? Yes, it is, Coach Cat. And say it ain't true. Andre says that whiteboard is a must-have.
Yeah, exactly.
You can never be defeated, no matter the circumstances. From parents to players, have to have high level of energy. Play ball exactly, coach, on sideline. That board gives you the visual breakdown.
Exactly.
Darren, keep it real. She said she missed it, and we were talking about her kid. I lied for in-game. He said, I like for in-game adjustments.
Yeah.
I have to rewatch. The kids don't know what's going on, just going through the motions.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't have the board on the sideline. Kids are visual learners. Number 5, true. We played them. They were RDU. The atmosphere different. When you playing championship teams, our kids wasn't used to it. And we had a great team that year. Again, chemistry is key.
Yeah, of course. And that's the thing.
Darian, that's true one. If the guy said that's Batman, put us on the side so they fans would be in our ear. Hey,
no, both of they had the sidelines. They had visitors at home. I was there. So
they do that on purpose.
With my camera, and I couldn't get in a lot of places because they fans was right there. The mamas there with the bull. Listen, it's hard to play the Atlanta teams because the mamas are worse than the daddies. The mamas are disrespectful. They were saying Disneyland, all that.
You already know. All right, Facebook user says Luke gonna bounce back. They played the best of the best. They're young. All they gotta do is find their niche. You only get better from here, and that's right. At the end of the day, you gotta see where you're at, man. And I mean, bro, for them to be
But
able,
that comes
think
with
about it.
trust, though, Cat.
Just hear
That
me
that
out real
comes
quick.
with trust. You
Think
gotta
about
have
this.
you gotta have trust, and you gotta have the support of your parents. Your parents have the support, and they can't be around here questioning the staff or anything. It comes as a family. So it's not just about the kids. Everybody have to be cohesive and together and trusting each other. And because at the end of the day, what you don't have is you got a collection of talent together that's never played together, and you jumping off the porch playing the number one team who've been winning 3 times in a row. And I get that the Orlando Outlaws played them at 6U. I remember that at IMG. But at the end of the day, ain't this a different staff? Isn't this a different staff? Am I wrong, right or wrong? This is a different staff, right? Or is it the same staff?
It's the same staff that came from the Orlando Outlaws for the most part.
Okay.
At least the core is. Plus
But the players, they have a lot of new players they coach it right too, right?
They got a handful of new players, but the core of that team from last year has came over basically. Okay.
Well, well then again, like playing in Atlanta is a different animal. They were on the sideline with them. Dog, I saw 3 bullhorns next to each other.
The two most hostile places to play is Atlanta and Miami. On a Friday night in Miami, boy, you is in for it.
You ain't like Atlanta and Miami are the most hostile territories to play in.
At least
like Atlanta, like Miami is more respectful. Miami a little more respectful, but them Atlanta mamas, oh, they don't.
I ain't gonna hold you. Philly got some. Philly and Maryland, both. Baltimore,
they do, especially Maryland.
Oh man, it's the mamas.
Maryland. I remember when Maryland played Blaze.
It's the mamas. Hey, but right here, this comment Facebook user says, block out the Central Florida haters, man. They're only upset about what they can't do. It comes along with the territory, and that's oh so true. One more comment before we move on to the Ravens. Anytime Jazz versus the Spartans was the most entertainment game of the weekend. Unfortunately, we did not get a chance to cover that game.
I saw some of that game. I just didn't see the comeback. I didn't see the comeback because Treasure Coast was winning 13-7. And when I came back, the Anytime Jazz definitely stepped up. From what I saw, it was a great game. And Treasure Coast, again, I tell everybody this all the time. The FYFL 10U division is loaded. Royal Palm could beat you on any day. TTG could beat you on any day. Gwen Cherry can beat you on any day. Treasure Coast can beat you on any day. Treasure Coast will only get better. They're a national championship AYF D2 team that kept the core of their team. So to see those two teams come out of the gate and play to an overtime victory was great. I'm gonna go back and watch that and see what I missed. I know it was 13-7 when I stopped watching it because I had to go do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can find one of the lives. Usually, we had somebody who was supposed to come out, but they were experiencing trouble.
We'll get Coach Willie on the show, and Devin too as well. We'll definitely get them both on the show. But I think the Ravens and Georgia Eagles to me was the most entertaining game because of, listen.
And let's talk about it, baby.
I'm gonna say this, and I want y'all opinion on this because people maybe go think that I'm showing favorites or picking sides. I'm a Pop Warner guy. Been a Pop Warner guy. Played Pop Warner. Won 2 national championships in Pop Warner under a coaching staff with coaching staffs. So the structure and everything. And my thing with youth football, I always thought youth football is development. It's about development, right? So the difference in this game to me was kind of the rules. And though both teams were missing 2 key pieces, one a real bigger piece than the other. But again, the thing to me that stood out was I think youth football, I love the high school rules is youth football. Why were the high school rules used? Like, do y'all think that high school rules should be used for youth football? I
What
think
part of high school rules? Be specific.
it to me, YNC rules are college rules, but they kept saying the referee said it was high school rules. So meaning the extra point that the kick is not worth 2, which in all youth football leagues, the extra point kick is worth 2. The conversion is worth 1. So that was the difference in between the game being 7-6 or 8-7 or something like that. You know, so football is a development thing, and I think that they give credit for kicking the extra points because it's development and they trying to teach them to play special teams. You know, but that's my thing. But that's no here and there. The Georgia Eagles were missing Dontavius Davis, one of their best linemen to me, offensive and defensively. They also was missing another player. I can't remember his name, but they were missing him as well. The Ravens were missing 3 kids. They was missing their running back, what's his name is? The track kid. They was missing him, Runny Mirth. They was missing him.
Oh, yeah,
They were
right.
missing a defensive lineman, number 12, which was one of their best defensive linemen, and they was missing Rod Lewis. So let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna be real with you. Rod Lewis makes the game easier. It makes the game easier, and a lot of stuff easily opens up when you have somebody that's a home run threat like him. James Davis, he's one of the best. Their staff are one of the best at game planning and scheming. You can't tell me they didn't script at least the first 15 plays of that game because he called a great game. He had them off balance. You know, the game started late last night or whatever, but his execution and play calling, he had the Ravens off balance. But the Ravens was bend but don't break. But the thing that turned the game in the Eagles' favor was 4th and 4 inside the 15-yard line, and the Ravens were stuffing the Eagles on 3 straight plays, and it was 4th and 4, and one of the Ravens kids jumped outside and gave the Eagles a first down. And James Davis struck with that wide receiver screen, and the corner, instead of pushing the play, playing outside and pushing the play toward the pursuit, he knifed in. And a corner that was playing cover 2 was playing deep. He got beat in the open field, and the Eagles scored. Great play calling. They had a play set up for the 2-point conversion, a bootleg, and they executed it. The game was a game of 2 halves. It was a game of 2 halves. The Ravens defense was lights out. Once they figured out what was going on, I don't think Georgia Eagles even passed the 50. Dexter, Big Dex, Morgan, best lineman in the country in this age group. He looked like Ndamukong Suh when he was at Nebraska and almost won the Heisman Trophy. If he didn't make the play, he disrupted the play. Do we have something to work on? Yeah, he has probably finishing his plays when he's knifing in and reaching or stuff like that. But other than that, he was a problem, folks. He was a problem.
There was another baller. We do not have his name, but the DB here that
DB had 3 picks. The DB had 3 picks for Georgia Eagles. I forgot his name. I think they said his name Tay or something like that. But that Georgia Eagle kid, he definitely played the ball. And what I could say, like after watching film, because I'm breaking down the film now and making my highlight and watching the ball, love little BJ for the Ravens, but I think the Ravens threw too many 50-50 balls. Like they trust in Bam so much that he wasn't covered. The Eagles weren't going to get beat by a big play by Bam. I'm going to say by Bam. They always played with a safety over top. Always played. And I think a lot of times BJ threw the ball blindly because he trusted his guy, but he was covered, The Ravens made great adjustments second half and which got them back in the game. The Ravens had an opportunity to win the game, and it was a miscommunication between their quarterback and Coach Rod. They didn't tell him to throw the ball, which ended up being almost a pick six, but it was a block in the back, so they called it back. You know, he forced that ball to Bam. They weren't gonna give it to Bam. They were playing the hashes. Bam had just caught a slant route that got them a first down. So they were driving. They had an opportunity to win this game and put it away, but forcing the ball to Bam got them an interception. And the Eagles returned that, but it was a block in the back when he first intercepted the ball, and the refs threw that. Like I said, for it to be in hostile territory, the refereeing was really good. And if we want to be honest, the Eagles had more penalties than the Ravens, a lot more. They made a lot more mistakes. But when you look at that game, the scariest part about it is the Ravens played with them. The Ravens played with them. To me, they won the game. But listen, man, listen. Great game, man. Great game. That's what I can say. Great game. But the Ravens played a great game to not have their best player not play in that game.
And the final score, the Georgia Eagles 8 points to the Ravens 6. And this game was brought to you or presented to you by Warzone. All right, man. Let's go ahead. I wanted to real quick. We would like to make a player card, a X Factor of the Week card for this young man, the cornerback that's here on the graphic. He will be displayed on the cover of the game that Darian is cutting right now. But please contact us. We would like to get his information so we can make sure that he gets
Brian right now, so don't worry about it. I have his name.
Bet. All right, well, can make sure that y'all keep an eye out for that one a little bit later. But before we go, let's go ahead and talk about what you wanted to talk about. Aaron, talk to the people. What is the proper way to build a national championship team? Let's talk about it.
The proper way is don't bite off more than you could chew. Make sure you structure that. Make sure you nurture those kids' brains. You know, they mental. Bring them along slowly. I think that, you know, we living in a social media climate that everybody thinks that they have to get involved in the trash talks, the groups and stuff like that. Nah, build a tight-knit group. If you want to know how to build a national championship team, look at Rod Mack. The way Rod Mack does things and executes things as a team manager, as a head coach, he's the consummate head coach. It's a way to build teams. Coach Keefe does the same thing. But Coach Keefe, to have so much talent, he's always in the thick of a national championship run. I think that you should, at the door, check attitudes. Nobody is bigger than a team. Start holding them accountable and have as many practices as you can. And it shouldn't be about plays. It should be teaching them kids how to play fundamentally and technically sound. You should have individual coaches that's teaching them that. You should have an offensive day. You should have a defensive day. You should have a film guy. What's the point of playing a game if you ain't got no film to correct these kids' wrongs? You understand what I'm saying? And all I do is say, stay away from these boards, man.
Stay away from
these boards, these talking and stuff. Build your team up and make sure nobody is bigger than the team. Hold everybody accountable. And don't let these parents run your team, man. Don't let these parents jerk you. If you got to kick somebody off the team, kick their ass off the team. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all be accepting them back and they be thinking they run your team. Be the head coach. You ain't getting paid for this. No, man, a lot of the parents are worse now. They are real worse. Like they will kill your damn team. Like back then,
of the energy that they present.
When I was coaching, They ain't say nothing. These parents will come out there and tell you, doing your practice, don't talk to my baby like that. Don't let me like, and then they address you in front of the kids. How you gonna ever have that kid respect if they know they mama could check you? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying coaches are already right, always right. They're not always right. But all I'm saying is, and be calculated with what you do. Take your time, bruh. Don't howl at the moon if you know you're not ready. Chemistry means everything. If you got chemistry and you teaching your guys and you bring them along slowly because you don't want to lose them. You don't want to lose them mentally. So bring them along slowly. Don't, take it as how it comes. Into some of these tournaments that the smoke go be in, take who you go get. I get a lot of guys who tell me they want to play certain teams and it don't be favorable for them. They don't be ready for that. So at the end of the day, it's a process, man. Don't rush the process. Take your time. Have scouting reports. Have scouting reports on the other team, and make sure you watching film on the other team. A lot of y'all don't do half this stuff. A lot of y'all guys don't take coaching as real coaching. Y'all care more about the topics on social media. What I mean is, when we did everything with Coach Crummy, we had film day, we had scouting reports. Like, a lot of y'all have them kids out there, and y'all have never scouted the other team. Y'all don't have y'all players that not in at the time lining up like them, and you teaching them the keys, and you teaching them where to be at. That's real coaching, man. A lot of y'all think y'all could just coach on the fly. Like, nah, man, take it seriously, man. There's so many ways to be a great coach, man. Go to YouTube, run a scheme that fits you. So at the end of the day, man, stop howling at the moon.
We got about 15 more minutes. About 15
His kid name is KT, Kaylon Teller. Shout out to KT, Kaylon Teller, with the 3 picks. He got his own island now. Cat's going to give him his own island. Allen KT. Allen KT.
Hello. All right, let's go to the comments real quick. Let's review what we have. I think this was talking about the West Orlando 9U. Can't get caught up with the Florida talk because nobody want to give us a game. Let's address that. That's why nobody want to give the 9U a game. I'll tell you this. All right.
They may want to give y'all a game now. They think y'all vulnerable.
I would tell you this.
They think y'all sweet right now.
I will say this. When it comes to the 9U division, and we're not just the 9U division, we're going to talk about all odd number divisions. In Florida, the majority of us are even squads, 10U, 8U, 6U, 12U. Most leagues were. That's where they came from, et cetera, et cetera. So when we're talking about single age division, the only people that will be able to line it up with you used to be Miami. Now, there's a handful of teams, but 9 times out of 10, those teams are going to play you during season now because Florida's elite has allowed those teams to actually get into the league. So they don't necessarily want to play you before the season. We're waiting for you till later. And to be honest, those same teams are actually paying attention to everything you're doing right now, and getting prepped and getting prepared for you guys. So by all means, it's going to be a lot of good football coming up this year. And when it comes to 9U and 7U, 11U, it's just even 13U here in Florida, it's not that big of a selection for us to start from. Okay.
What happened to Lauderdale Lakes? Well, shouldn't they have a good 9U?
I mean, just because we saying that name don't mean that they want to line it up.
Hey, listen, it ain't no disrespect to y'all. Listen, they ain't put the fans over there. They was going to do that regardless. They do that to everybody.
They do it to everybody, and a lot of yelling. You really have to be a real game plan to beat them people. they got winning down to a science like Mayweather.
Nah, them kids ain't even do too much talking. Them kids. I ain't gonna lie, Coach Luke. You got on that Generation Next show and made that statement. Boy, they use that thing. They put meat round your neck, round crocodiles, boy. I heard Coach. What's it called? Hold on. I heard Coach said, "Run that bitch down their throat. Run that bitch down their throat."
Yeah,
Hold on. I got it right here.
send it to my phone. I'll play it for everybody. Send it to my phone. I'm gonna play it for everybody. All right.
I just would listen to this. I was just listening to the sideline, man, and it was like I was like, yo, like this gotta be the hardest place to play.
I can deal with them people. All right. Voodoo, as usual, never have film on them until you play them. Then it's too late. Them folks smart.
They do have film. Y'all want to look at? They play Alpha Dogs. The film was out there. Like, I don't nobody listen. I don't want nobody to take it personal. We judging you based off performance or whatever. And I think it comes with the territory. I had a coach that took it personal about them losing or whatever. But I'm just judging what I see. And like I say, it's the preseason. It's the preseason. You aren't who you are. You shouldn't be this person in December with a whole bunch of games under your belt and stuff like that. Like I said, those kids saw where the bar was set. They saw where the bar was set. Now the ones you go get the make or break ones. You go get the ones that who go want to go harder and never feel that way again. You understand what I'm saying? I remember 2010 when we had Treon, and God bless the dead. We went against Coach Corey. Coach Corey had Devontae Phillips, JoJo Robinson. We was loaded too. We was loaded. They didn't even know we was loaded. They came over there and kicked our ass in 7-on-7. They kicked our ass. But guess what? We beat them twice that year in regular season when the gear got on. It's good to have your kids humble and locked in because they know how defeat feels now. Y'all want to feel like that again? Do y'all want to feel like that ever again?
Hell no.
Because boy, look here. That was a hostile area. I ain't gonna lie. I grabbed my camera and I got the like Tokyo said, I got the fuck. Like I got out of there. Like I was like, bro, like I couldn't record because all the sideline was everybody was like standing room. You hear how that crowd sound?
Oh, hold on. I'm about to pull it up. I'm
gonna take y'all into what it was like in that territory. And them 9-year-old kids, I don't care what you say, they still 9-year-old kids. And that's a lot to take in. You loud, you trying to call plays, your quarterback trying to control the cadence. Like, that's hard, bro.
Can y'all see it?
I don't see it. It says video is playing in full screen. Click the exit.
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna get y'all right. I gotta get y'all right. Hold on. I don't know why. All right, hold on. Here's what I gotta do.
Man, listen, those that was hostile territory. I was just sitting there like, wow. I was overwhelmed. So I could imagine how the kids. I was trying to follow the play. I was walking up the sideline with my camera. I'm like, okay. Damn, they in my way. I'm like, excuse me, I don't want to stand in front of you. Excuse me, I don't want to stand in front of you. And I honestly, that's why I don't allow people on my sideline at my events. Like, I can't do that. I would not have that. You got to be out my cameraman way. You can't be sitting on the field. And them bullhorns, I don't like bullhorns. I'm most likely go. You can't have no bullhorn at my event. I just can't deal with it. Cause y'all want to be louder than the announcers and stuff. Like, I don't know if that is what it is.
Okay, hold on. I think I got it. Let's see. Share screen, window, share.
It's loading. There you go. You hear the bullhorns.
Look
Look at the
how many
crowd.
people out there. Look how many people out there, boy. Look like a party.
You ain't
Cool
even see
Bay.
the sideline I was on, and
Cool
that's a
Bay.
sideline. All the
Cool Bay.
sidelines, like, man.
Cool Bay. Let it play for you real quick for the top.
You gonna see Coach Larry O. Coach Larry O back there with the t-shirt on right there. See him right there? Larry O, legend. He was the one saying, run it down their motherfucking throat. Run it down they let's go. Get on the ball. They was releasing 100 pounds of pressure. Line up, run it down their throat. Line up, run it down their throat. Them kids brought their lunch pail.
Hey man, y'all know what it is. He said I missed the AU Jags. Just did. So they was on the field with the coaches.
Yep.
For real. They said that's how the Jags and Dog Pound game was gonna be if we ain't get rained out. I thought y'all was gonna be playing today. Is that game going on today? Jags versus Dog Pound. I want to say 8U. 8U. Is that game going on today? Hey man, but nonetheless, that is all of our comments today. Next week, actually, right now going on is the 302 Elite Athletes Mid-Atlantic Games. If you guys are not subscribed to them, go ahead and subscribe now. The games are being broadcast live right now. Also today, we will be you will get action from the West Orlando Jags versus DEA. That's a tech game being held out in Texas. I believe he said 8:00 Central Time. So I think that's about 9
Eastern.
About 9:00 Eastern. So please make sure y'all set your clocks and
DEA is what
on a swivel.
DEA is 1-0 already. I don't know about that. Like the Ravens, they didn't play any game before they played the top team. And I hope the West Orlando Jags are definitely prepared. They have their quarterback this time or whatever. But Lil KJ did his thing because he helped lead them to a national championship game. As I saw when he was at our at the Certified Dogs, how smart of a player he is. He's definitely a great asset to that West Orlando team because I saw when he played 7-on-7 at our Certified Dogs event, I really got a grasp on how football savvy he is, and that's what made him a good quarterback to fill in for AJ Chung. But now you got AJ Chung, which is a film junkie and a consummate professional. So we go see because we know DEA like to play bully ball and they coming out to make a statement. So we'll see.
So before we go, are there any other games that you know of? I remember it was a Gwen Cherry game.
Yeah, Gwen Cherry plays PPO tonight. TMT and Delray Rocks play today. We should have some guys on those games tonight. We've been working this weekend, man.
Who is that event hosted by?
Keeping It Real podcast.
Keeping It Real podcast from down south Miami. Big shouts out to those guys. We will be sending some shooters out there to help coverage out there. So keep an eye out for it. Gwen Cherry is playing also Boynton Beach Bulldogs as BMF is playing versus Plantation Wildcats. I believe that's 11U. They'll be playing up first But after that, you said it was TMT and who?
TMT and Delray Rocks, the national champion. I mean the AYFL 12U national champion. I mean 12U Super Bowl champions. For that league, Delray Rocks have been on a great little run. And they coached by Coach Hot Rod. Hot Rod has been doing an outstanding job. That should be a great game. That TMT versus Delray Rocks should be a great game. A lot of people don't know who the Delray Rocks are because they play by the AYFL cutoff with the May birthdays and stuff like that. But they are definitely a great team. And shout out to any team still giving them a shot to play them, because a lot of those teams get X'd out from getting known nationally because of their age cutoff and their commitment to their league.
Hey, man. Hey, but it is time for us to wrap up. This is our final minute. I want to say thank you all for spending your last 2 hours with us. Again, y'all know what it is. Coach Cat loves you. I am with my ace boom coon.
You already know. I'm already with my right hand, man. You already know how we do. We trying to build something legendary. Stay tuned, man. And shout out to West Orlando Jags, 9U, and shout out to the Ravens. I'm quite sure they gonna come to Southern Hospitality with a chip on their shoulder with the matchups they have. So y'all people got them as opponents. Be very, very scared.
Hey, shout out to ATL Voodoo as well as Georgia Eagles as well.
Eagles. Shout out to
but y'all know what it is, man. We love y'all. And
lead the Bullhorns home for Southern too. I don't want
Hey, y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all always keep it 100. I love y'all. And hello.